would say good, some would say wrecked, but yet I don't seem to ever get what illusory get to this threat. Every morning, beating the boredom, going on Minecraft with the boys, and I would show them what it's like to be destroyed. But now we seem to live in fear from a virus that seems ever near. Oh dear, what happens if I get sick? What happens if I just have to quit? Petty drama seem to be fading, cause now we seem to be waiting, cause life's now terrifying. Who cares if something satisfying?
Made on GarageBand for the means I stole it from PewDiePie and used it for 10%.
As this year comes to an end, it reminds me that art is dead. So thank the wanks who make clickbait, cause they give you your career. And now it's about time that I confess something dear. I actually stole the song from Jacksville.
This song is made on GarageBand for the means I stole it from Jacksville's and used it for 10%.
Hey guys, and welcome to 100%. This is it. Can you believe it that we've reached this part? I am speechless. Like, through this year, we've gone through so much. You know, we've grown as a community by over 1,000. And this just fascinates me. And all I...
Who are you? I'm you, from the future.
What?
I'm you from the future.
I can't hear anything. This cicadas.
Yeah, should we just go on like side to side and no noise?
Look, man, we weren't really expecting visitors today, so, don't mind the place.
Yeah, it's like 5 years and the place still looks like a dump.
Yeah, that's generous from you, coming from Mr. Bleached Hair. Yeah, you're the one with the mullet. Okay, touche, copy. Alright. Give it up, buddy. So why are you here? Look, man, 100% of the year's coming up fast, and you only have so much time left.
That's a good thing, isn't it?
Look, man, I can't tell you what your future is, okay? But where are you looking?
Sorry, I
Mate, absolutely nothing improves for you for that regard.
Yikes, okay, full cool.
I can't tell you what your future is. That's just the rules. But what I can say is something will happen next year that you're not going to be prepared for. So you can't drop your guard.
What? Just what's gonna happen?
Well, I just said I can't tell you.
Come on! You don't go flying through some time anus just to come to now and just go, hey, look at my car and my drip. Just tell me.
Look, the clues for the future are buried in the past. You can possibly find them, but you better act fast.
Oh yeah, a riddle. Oh yeah, baby!
Just... What do you mean? Come on, man, you know exactly what I mean. Yeah, 100%. What are you doing? It's not gay if you're me.
For fuck's sake.
It's the popular YouTuber Dream.
Probability.
This isn't exactly a good look.
The odds are wrong.
Let's take a look at Dream's odds.
And that's called cherry picking.
Okay, so let's talk about Dream. What? Why is this on VHS? This is a YouTube. What? Dream was taken. What an interesting fellow. If you don't know who Dream is, this is Dream. Dream is a Minecraft YouTuber who got popular around July last year during the hype of PewDiePie's Minecraft series. Dream was well known because he discovered PewDiePie's World Seed, and then Dream shot to fame. Dream knew he couldn't just keep doing the same thing. You can't look for world seeds every single day. So, Dream went down the route of every Year 7 relationship. Speedrunning. Now, that's great. Now, because of this, YouTube suddenly had this great new community. The Minecraft speedrunning community had this boom. Suddenly, everyone wanted a part of that pie. It was like Dream was the founding father of a brand new speedrunning country. And then Dream hit multiple world records for 1.15. And then 1.16 was released, and you know, he kept going with that too. Now, Dream announced that he didn't like the 1.16 runs as they were too filled with RNG. Just like females, they are random. Which equals funny.
My calculations are correct. You're gonna see some serious shit. What did I tell you?
I'm not kidding, like, I swear, sometimes just the random stuff I do is what you actually laugh at, so... Okay, cool, now VHS glitch as well, that's cool. Dream... cheated. Or did he? You see, this video came out by one of the mods of the Minecraft speedrunning community, basically exposing Dream for having way too unlikely odds, which were 1 in 7.4 million. Trillion, I mean, sorry, lol. Now, you gotta say, that's basically impossible, and, you know, everyone knew that. Even Dream himself was like, that's no way that's true, and he was like, I'm innocent. Obviously, Dream got a bit mad at this a couple times, and, you know, he did regret that. And then I recorded this whole 100%, and then I had to re-record it because the single day I recorded 100%, Dream came out with a response video saying how it's all fake. So basically, Dream got in Bill Nye the Science Guy to do the math for him. Haha! Just kidding! Neil deGrasse Tyson. And basically, this mathematician, whoever this was, came up with the answer that it wasn't 7.4 trillion like the mod suggested, but only 10 million. He's really lucky either way. So now it's up in air. Is he a cheater? Well, I don't know, to be honest. So I'm not going to answer that question. That's really not what I'm going to answer. But what I will say is I understand why he could have cheated. And personally, I would fall into that trap when you're trying to please a public domain. You know, when you're trying to keep the success you're growing. He's one of the biggest Minecraft YouTubers ever already. So, how can you keep the public interested? Well, you've just got to surprise them. Like, you know, subvert their expectations. Do something, you know, crazy. So, that's why he could have cheated. So, we don't really know, okay? We don't really know.
It makes really fast.
Let me see how fast.
Come here, George! Oh, George!
I guess that's just the way it is. Shit, cave sounds.
Clock's ticking, buddy.
Look, just why are you counting me down, buddy?
Don't you get it? 2020's gonna end.
But that's literally a good thing. I don't get it.
Your own hubris blinds you. You've hit a lucky one this year, yet you still pretend like you're like everyone else who've suffered. You use everyone else around you. You use your own close friends, the people who mean something to you, but you still act like a victim. You have no idea.
Okay, if you say so. Just let me do the next story, okay? Now, if I was to say who is the nicest guy on YouTube, a couple of people may have popped to your mind, but to the people of the Fine Brothers React
I have the same reaction.
channel, you'd probably think of The Odd Ones Out. The Odd Ones Out. That's Frosty the Snowman looking chubby cheek. The Odd Ones Out. Now, why would I be talking about The Odd Ones Out? Well, in our theme of fallen YouTubers, The Odd Ones Out was cancelled on Twitter. Congrats, guys. You are next. You're gonna cancel Jesus for being homophobic. Like. Now, let me explain. So basically, The Odd Ones Out made a joke in one of his previous videos where he basically teased people who would get angry at asylum seekers or, you know, just people of another race entering the country. And the joke was this.
They're about these mice trying to immigrate to America. Good luck doing a 2017 reboot. Dirty mouse lums.
Now, okay, allow me to educate the people of Twitter, but
He's not Islamophobic, he just made a joke. He's not Islamophobic, he just made a joke. He's not Islamophobic, he just made a joke. He's not Islamophobic, he just made a joke.
now, okay, you might hear that and go, well, here's the thing, okay? What he is doing there is not making fun of the victims, he's making fun of the oppressors. That is the target of the joke. Let me explain to you what makes a good joke, okay? Where's my pen? Where's my pen? Now, let's talk about jokes. How do you construct a joke? Well, a lot of jokes can come from either a prejudice, where you're teasing somebody, or a shock value, where suddenly you do something that's completely unexpected. Or you can make a fart joke. So basically in this joke, we have a mixture of shock and prejudice, okay? So it's a mixture of shock and prejudice, as it's shocking because you go, oh, I didn't expect that word to be the word he used. And then at the same time, it's prejudice because, you know, you're talking about a subject where people get angry at each other, and you're teasing the people who are the oppressors. So, is The Odd Ones Out's joke funny? Well, I think it's pretty funny, personally, maybe just because I think that Islamic jokes, well, you know, they're the bomb.
He's not Islamophobic, he just made a joke. He's not Islamophobic, he just made a joke. He's not Islamophobic, he just made a joke. He's not Islamophobic, he just
made a joke, get over it!
Now, okay, I get it. And there have been jokes in the past targeting this subject that are a bit iffy. I mean, one of Australia's classic examples is Isaac Butterfield, where on stage he made this joke.
This Australian extremist stormed this building, this mosque, this room, where people were saying their prayers and going about their business. And for me, the saddest thing about that, it wasn't the 52 people who were killed. It wasn't the countless others who had their lives changed forever because their family members were taken from them. It was the hundreds of people that night who couldn't make it home from nightclubs in Christchurch because all the cabbies were dead.
Now, to 99% of people, that is a shock. And even him, he said himself, wow, even he thought that was rough. And he made it that way. That's the point of comedy. It's not meant to be the thing that's the right thing to say. I mean, take even Larry the bloody cucumber from VeggieTales has more understanding of comedy than the people on Twitter.
Funny because it's unexpected. Well, whatever happened to it's funny because it's true? 2 + 2 = 4 is true, but not funny.
Like, do you understand that? Isaac Butterfield's joke is extremely prejudiced. It attacks the victims, yes, but that's the point. It's meant to shock you. It's meant to take you out of your seat and go, whoa. So basically, what it means is, now a lesser comedian on YouTube would have repeated that same, joke again, but I'm a better person. I wouldn't repeat jokes 3 times. I would just... No, you expecting me to do it again? I am not that person.
Still not Islamophobic, just making jokes. Still not Islamophobic, just
bordering on it.
Still not Islamophobic, just making jokes.
Okay, kind of Islamic phobic. It was kind of funny though.
Look, in the end, The Odd Ones Out basically got cancelled over a joke. It is pretty pathetic. And that's not all he got cancelled about. He also got cancelled, and I love this, because he made a mobile game with in-app purchases, when previously in a video he stated that those are a scam as they target children. Now, I don't know if you've heard of this before, but there's a thing where you can change your mind. Did you know that there are some people on this planet who have the ability to change their mind? I don't know if I can state this again, but people change their mind! The Odd Ones Out was cancelled because he was a hypocrite. Now, I think what he was talking about in those times were, games where there's absolutely no substance, no value whatsoever. The only thing they're doing is just chucking up in-app purchases to get you further, and kids who don't know better click on it. I think that The Odd Ones Out himself was trying to make a game with some level of substance, so he felt it was okay. But even if that wasn't the case, even if his game is garbage and it's only there for money, who cares? So in the main, what is our end-up, goal? It's basically this simple. He did nothing wrong.
Time, buddy.
I've still got more stuff, more stories.
Fine. For the sake of it, one more story.
Really? What do you mean? Who could be so important to me or the rest of the commentary community who I could talk about? Who could that be?
Okay. I'll do it.
I didn't actually mean to do that. Yeah, you always say that. So Pyro, Niall, Cynical. Pyro Cynical has been a staple of the commentary community for longer than most of his fans have been alive. Pyro is probably the commentary YouTuber. He's the person that most people see and want to become. I mean, sure, maybe he's a Leafy clone, but that doesn't matter. Pyro Cynical has his own, unique way of making videos, and everyone tries to copy that. Shut up. Pyro is honestly the one everyone knows about. So what if, someone was to come out and accuse him of grooming a child? Well, that is exactly what happened. If you have been on the internet within the last week, you'd know that. A boy by the name of Ivory on Twitter came out saying that Pyro Cynical groomed him, and he had screenshots to prove it. Now, at first, it was a bit of an up-air thing. Half the people were like, cool, don't care, bye. And the other half of the people were like, oh, that's a bit odd, let's just watch this happen. Then Pyro responded to it on Reddit with basically a copy pasta, and then was like, yep, cool, bye. And everyone was happy. There was much rejoicing. So why am I talking about this in 100%? Because it didn't stop there. Suddenly then, Pyro was hit with more allegations by Ivory. And unfairly, Ivory teamed up with Turkey Tom, another commentary YouTuber. Now, can I just quickly say, Turkey Tom was one of the people who were very keen on attacking IMALEX during IMALEX's situation. But I'm not that person, I'm not a hypocrite, I waited to see the full story. Yeah, up yo! So when Turkey Tom came out with this video, a lot of, commentary YouTubers got really mad. There were people ready to destroy their Pyro Cynical memorabilia, It was looking really, really bad for Pyro Cynical. I mean, how could you really come back from this? You can't. Well, there were a few soldiers, still fighting for Pyro's innocence. There were people pointing out the fact that Ivory couldn't even prove that Pyro was grooming him. He just had some sort of sexual relation. There was people who were genuinely still fighting, but it looked mainly like a lost cause. Until the hero made his return. That's right, Pyro Cynical came back with a response, and it was one of YouTube's best responses to drama I've honestly ever seen. So let me explain to you what happened. Well, it is as simple as this. Pyro made a video, not fluffed, no just bouncing around issues, he attacked them head on. He apologized for what he could apologize for, but the stuff that was not true, he attacked dead straight. And you know what? Everyone had roughly the same reaction to the video. Effectively. And now Turkey Tom is being annihilated by a battalion of underage fans who are spamming his comment section with the lyrics of Beat It. Now, literally just after I wrote the script, Turkey Tom released a video responding to Pyro, where effectively he said, "No, I didn't do that, no!" Just give up, Tom. You're over. You're a hypocrite. You were the one who was so anal about IMALEX being a bad person for accusing someone of sexual assault, and now you'll be remembered for nothing less than that. You're terrible. You're a hypocrite. And you'll be remembered as a hypocrite from now on. Now, I wasn't really, comfortable just ending it here, because I know when it comes to me, I will have a massive bias towards Pyro. So I wanted to find a commentary YouTuber who didn't have a massive bias, and I did find a commentary. And I basically asked her a couple of questions. Yes, I said her. It's a woman. I am proud of myself.
You're not gonna believe this. We found one. A real one.
So, you know what, go subscribe to her. Name's Leah101, and this is what she had to say. Pretty good. So first thing I asked was, what was her first, thoughts when Pyro was accused, because personally, I was in denial, complete denial. But this is what she said. I'm quite new to Discord and stuff, and so I didn't know how IDs and such worked. I thought, if it was Pyro, that behaviour was inappropriate with a child. I didn't see it as grooming, as it seemed to be roleplay. However, I still found his actions problematic. I held off commenting, as there wasn't enough evidence to say it was Pyro or wasn't Pyro. I had a video written up about how I didn't like how everyone went straight into attacking Ivory, and then Pyro released his statement, which my first video went through. And you know what, go check out that video, might as well. And then basically I asked, what did she think when, the whole Turkey Tom situation came? It's the same as you. However, I was still skeptical, as he said with his whole chest, Pyrocynical lied. I was still hesitant to fully commit to the idea that Pyro 100% knew Ivory's age when he was 15, which is why I said it's very likely he did, given Tom's video. As well as saying that, at best, Pyrocynical didn't ask for Ivory's age, and then at worst, he knew it and did it anyway. I saw his actions as an exploitation of power due to his influence. And grooming doesn't always necessarily mean being groomed for real-life sexual advances. It can also mean exploitation. However, I still don't think it was the main definition of grooming, if that makes sense. I liked Pyrocynical's content, but I wasn't necessarily a big fan. I'm not really a fan of anyone. So for me, it wasn't a case of having to be convinced, but looking at what is more likely. Now, that was actually a really interesting insight for me, because, I kind of gave up, which is a bit, for me. But, I liked the fact that she honestly looked into it. She was interested to see the truth. It was a decent response, and he made a good case. He explained things a lot, and he acknowledges it was a grey area. So at this point, it's basically, who do you want to believe? I'm glad that regardless of him stating the intentions were not exploitive, he still takes accountability for the wrong and apologised for attacking Ivory on his twit longer. Well, yeah, I talked to a woman. So genuinely thank her for that part, because I wanted to get that second opinion, which I really appreciated from her. So go subscribe once again. I really valued that time. And yeah. So, the dust is now settled. Now it's all over, I guess. Who came out on top? Was it Pyro? Was it Turkey? That's a good question, Nick. It was Pyro. Now, there were obviously some questions left unanswered from Pyro. And, of course, no response will be perfect. There are still going to be holes in it. But, from what we can see, it seems Pyro came out on top in the end. So, it's up to you. What do you think? Anyway, that is that story done. What was I meant to learn here? Okay, you came back to the past, and just to tell me to make a video I was already going to make. Like, what's the point? You said the key to the future is in the past, but from what I've seen, it's just crappy drama. What's the point? What were you trying to prove here?
Nicholas, this year was shit.
Yeah, agreed.
If you just forget about everything you learnt this year, then you're gonna just let everything else happen again next year. You're gonna let it become a continuation.
What? What do you mean by that?
You know, the history repeats itself, and we say that all the time, but we don't listen to it. 2020 is our warning. It's our own vaccine, but if we're gonna use it, that's a question for us. You know, honestly, I genuinely think that we caused 2020 to be way worse than it really was because of the fact that we kept calling it the worst year ever. So, if you want 2021 to be good, just strive for it. Yearn for it. Do everything you can to get that.
Wow. That is so anticlimactic.
Well, I guess life is a little anticlimactic sometimes. And that's the truth of it. So, what do you want your last statement to be for 2020?
I guess I'll see you.
This show has got a budget. The show's got a budget, and all the poor people way more deserving of the money. Oh, I'll budget, cause I wanted my name in lights. When I could have fed a family of 4 for their last 44 nights. For their last 44 nights. I am an artist, please don't forgive me. I am an artist, please don't respect me. Cause I am an artist, please don't revere me. I am an artist, you're free to forget me. Cause I am an artist, it's also an artist. I am an artist, I am an artist. But I'm just a kid, I'm just a kid, I'm just a kid. And maybe I'll grow out of it.